Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to today's reading. Today I'm doing how intimidating are you and what makes you intimidating. So this is pile number 1. Watch it all the way till the end. Take the message that resonates, ignore what doesn't. You have to keep in mind it's a general reading, it's not a personal reading. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all the links will be down below in the description. Everything is mentioned there. My Instagram, my email, my shop, my readings that I offer, everything is listed there. So always check the description. And let's start. This is the card you chose. We have Lord, which goes along perfectly with the very first card that I pulled for you. It was Lion, fire element here. You see the triangle pointed upwards. This is fire element. And when I pull this card specifically, I always think of this energy of Leo, of king energy, because Lord does make me think of a person in power, person higher up, perhaps a leader, a king. So lion is also we associate with the zodiac sign of Leo, which is associated with king, strong energy, strong personality, someone important, someone who calls the shot, leader energy. We also have for you, for tarot, you got the devil. This is Capricorn energy. Some of you could have Sun, Saturn conjunction. You could have Sun sitting in the sign of Capricorn, or you could have Sun sitting in the 10th house. This also gives a strong Sun. Sun also does well in the first house or in the sign of Aries. So the certain placements where a planet, if it sits, it becomes more strong, it becomes more prominent. And in certain other signs, it becomes weak. So I'm getting a very strong Sun with pile number 1. Some of you could even have a name that's connected to Sun, like in with Indian names, I can think of Suraj or Ravi. You know, these names, they are synonyms for Sun. So maybe some of you have some sort of connection with sun, sunshine, sun rays, or something like that. Or wherever you're born, maybe there's a sun god that's worshipped or something along those lines. I'm getting this specific message. Take it if it resonates, but I'm getting strong sun vibes with you. Or you could have a strong father figure also that you're modeling yourself after. Or for those of you with a difficult placement, perhaps father figure is missing, so you had to become your own son. This is what I'm getting. But the message here is you give off a very strong energy. You have a strong persona and you're very confident. You always want to be in control of your emotions, in control of the situation that you're dealing with. And you want to seem very regal, royal, like put together. Strong reactions also. People don't want to make an enemy out of you. Only people who themselves behave like this, they would see you as competition. They would go up against you. So there's a bit of this fire energy in you. You could also be someone who's very career oriented, or people just assume you're a successful person. And your career, your achievements, your success, your money could be what's intimidating about you. But so far I'm getting a strong personality for sure. We also have here man number 28. It adds to again number 1, which is in numerology connected to the planet Sun. So Sun being very prominent with this pile. We also have Queen. This is number 11, adds to 2. It's a bit of feminine energy also. But again, the Queen does make me think of that King Queen, which is that Leo energy that I'm getting here. Some of you could have Moon sitting in Leo, Moon sitting in Cancer, Moon sitting in Scorpio. This is what I'm picking up here. Or Moon sitting in the 11th house. But what am I getting? If you're a man, if you're male, let's say energy person, you seem very masculine, or you want to come across like this. If you're female, you come across like the queen. It's really, your own, let's say, self-expression, I guess. But you seem like a regal person, important person. You want respect. You want people to treat you with respect. So you do command that energy of strength, of respect, integrity, and you seem like a person who is definitely intimidating. I can tell out of 3 piles today, this pile for sure I can see This is number 15, I'm just noticing right now, adds to 6. So maybe it's important for someone. But what I'm getting overall is, yes, you are intimidating for sure. I wouldn't say like 100%, but definitely leaning towards more intimidating than approachable with this pile. And strong personality. You seem like a confident person, put together, very sure of yourself, high self-esteem, high confidence. If you're not like that, still this is how you come off. Now I want you to pull cards specifically for what is intimidating about you. This was for the portion of are you intimidating or how intimidating are you. So for the second portion, you again got Queen, which is very interesting. Reign with grace and confidence. So see, we have 2 cards with Queen. It's really nice. It definitely again puts like this exclamation mark to the message I was giving, that you seem like a important person. You seem like a strong person, strong persona. And you command respect whenever you enter the room. See, she does it not look like she's entering some sort of a room with this doorway in the back? So it's like everyone kind of turns their head, they notice you, they pay attention to what you're saying. And you also seem like you are serious about yourself. You take yourself seriously. You're not the sort of person where, let's say, people would feel comfortable just joking with you, or let's say certain people, they have humor, they roast other people, right? You're someone where that person would hesitate. They'll be like, I maybe should not joke with pile number 1. They'll get offended, or I just don't want a bad reaction from them. So you seem like a bit of this person, like serious. I'm not saying you're not fun or anything like that. This reading is specific for intimidation and your energy. So I feel like people give you that due respect. They take you seriously. And there's a bit of this tiny bit of fear also. You do have a fire within you, by the way. With all this fire sort of energy I'm picking up, and even here with the devil we see the fire at the footsteps. So definitely people notice a fire in you. You have an intensity. You also seem like a person who wants to achieve a lot in your life. Driven, career oriented, perhaps even workaholic. And it's like you've got a lot going on. You seem very focused person. See here the imagery, very focused. And if you show interest in someone, let's say if you like someone romantically or even for work or whatever, when you show interest in someone, they become a little nervous, fidgety, they get nervous. Especially if you show romantic interest, that person would feel really on edge. They would feel, oh my god, pile number 1's interested in me. They would feel nervous. You're the sort of person who would make others nervous. There's certain people, if they like you, they feel very comfortable, make you feel comfortable. The other person feels comfortable with you. There's this nervousness you invoke in others. They feel like they have to be kind of maybe match your energy or something like that. We also have here action number 17. I'm seeing 2 horses here, which remind me of Ashwini Nakshatra, because the deity for Ashwini are Ashwin twins. So 2 horses. So that's why I always think of Ashwini here. And horses naturally make me think of the sign of Aries. So you could have Aries placements, especially if you have sun in Aries, that is exalted sun, which gives a very, very strong sun. People could even, some of them could find you egoistic maybe. Or you have a strong ego, you don't want to be offended. Action here again speaks about your work, your energy. You're always busy, you've got something going on. You seem like you're doing something important in your life. You don't like to waste time. And you have a bit of this power also. When you speak, when you move, when you're doing something, you seem like a powerful person. You're doing something important. You want to be taken seriously. In group projects, you might be the leader. When you enter the room, you command respect and you are opinionated. Maybe your friends could also feel like, if there's a friend circle, friends group, you're the one who could be, let's say, calling the shots sometimes. And you're the one where people might even seek a little bit of approval from. And people could also be approaching you quite a bit with this action energy. Maybe people come to you from for problem solving, for your input, for your opinion on things, even asking for help. Because remember, the kingdom and the king and the queen, the kingdom comes to the heads to ask for help, for donation, for generosity in general. So a lot of people just might come to you and they'll be like, hey, help me out, pile number 1. And you enjoy that. Perhaps maybe you are a generous person, you like helping people out with action. This again speaks about your work as well. So a person who's busy, you're more focused on your, just the energy overall is about work, action, energy. It's not about love, romance, relationship, interaction, conversation. That's not the energy I'm picking up. So it's pretty much about self-focused energy. You might also come across as independent. That also gives power to someone when someone does not need to rely upon others. So you give that self-sufficient energy. I don't ask for help, I give help. That's your vibe. And definitely career, success, all these things. So what makes you intimidating is the fact that you get stuff done. You're very focused, you're very driven, you're intense perhaps also, and you have a confidence, but you move with grace. And you're busy, you're working, you're productive. That's the word I want to use, productive. And your success, your career, your perhaps the ability to make money, that makes you intimidating. The fact that you're a doer, you're productive, you're efficient. We also have the 8th house. This transformational area of your life is about shared resources and intense emotion. So I was picking up on the word intense also. Your energy is a little intense. 8th house is Scorpio energy. Some of you could have Scorpio placements. So what is intimidating about you? It's your intensity. When you like something, you get obsessed with it. You're very driven. So Scorpions are like that. If they have a hobby or something that they enjoy, they become obsessed with it. They're very obsessive personalities. You could have that. You're also someone who would be very well researched. Let's say if you're talking about something, you know everything about it, the ins and outs of everything that you speak on. So you do a bit of research. You put in that hidden effort that people don't notice, and they just assume things come to you easily or something like that. But no, you're putting extra effort. You make things look effortless by putting a lot of effort behind the scenes. That's your energy. So some people cannot figure you out. You are someone also who's a little bit secretive and mysterious. So let's say you have a way of doing things, or you have, like I said, doing works behind the scenes. People just assume, people make assumptions. So there's a bit of this hidden element to you, pile number 1. You could also have a sense of humor. Maybe you crack jokes on other people and they don't do the same with you. Something, I'm getting a bit of dark humor also. I'm getting research. You are an intense person. Your ability to face challenges also makes you intimidating. The fact that you take on challenges, you're someone who, let's say if suddenly something happens, certain people freeze up and they are like, how do I deal with this? You're someone, pile number 1, you always call the shots. Anything happens, you're like, I know what to do. Okay, so you do really well in high intense pressure situations or chaotic situations with the, let's say, unexpected events. If some things don't go to plan, you know what to do. So you're good with change, you're good with facing chaos to a certain extent. I can pick up on that. So your ability to just thrive in good times, in bad times, in chaos, that is quite interesting. People notice that. We also have here for tarot, you got the Hermit card. This is connected to Virgo energy. Some of you could have Virgo placements, but this is about intelligence, wisdom. And again, it's kind of hidden energy. So a person who's working on themselves behind the scenes, you're doing your research, you're studying, you're staying up all night, you're working, and then you show up for the work and it seems like it just flows because you're putting a lot of effort in. You're also someone who has a lot of depth of knowledge. Hermit, we connect with someone intelligent. I'm picking up the energy of hard work, intelligence, and making it look effortless by putting a lot of effort into things. So people might not figure it out. They might say, oh, this person has it easy, or they're just blessed, they have talents, this or that. They cannot figure it out basically. There's a wheel. How do you say that? Wheel, like something is hidden. So that's what I'm getting. I also wanted to pull a couple of cards just to finish the reading off with not advice cards, but I felt like using this deck today. So I'll just read it to you. This is a Saraswati deck for Goddess Saraswati. You got the Moon card number 18 here. Let's read it. Saraswati's intuition and insight reveal the hidden truths beneath the surface. Her light guiding seekers through the mysteries of the subconscious mind. 8th house is connected with the subconscious mind. And this is also giving me a little bit of moon energy. Here we have number 15, the Hangman. So Pisces energy is also here. Saraswati embraces the wisdom of surrender and release, letting go of attachments and preconceptions as she opens herself to new perspectives. She finds enlightenment in moments of surrender, transcending the limitations of the ego to embrace universal truth. A lot of keywords that I've used in the reading also, but I'll let you interpret these cards for yourself. It's maybe a message you needed to hear right now, but you are someone with good intuition. You follow your heart and you make the most of things. You're a hardworking person. You're the sort of person who can turn a bad thing into a good opportunity. So this is what makes you intimidating, the fact that you're in control of yourself. You seem in control of your destiny also. So yeah, I'll end it here. I don't know why I'm noticing number 3 here. I don't know. Does it not look like number 3? I don't know. Let's finish the reading here. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, please support the channel. Please like, share, subscribe, share the video with someone who might enjoy it. And please subscribe if you watch. If you want to book a personal reading with me, all the links will be down in the description. Join the membership to help support the channel. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. Hello pile number 2. Welcome to today's reading. Today I'm doing, this is how intimidating are you? That's the first portion. And then what makes you intimidating? So take it as a general reading. Take what resonates, ignore what doesn't. Let's start your reading. This is the card you chose. We have Soldier here. And the very first card that I pulled for you, we have Buffalo. This is Earth element. Gives me Venus energy every single time I see this card. Some of you could have Venus-Mars conjunction also. We have here 9 of Cups and the number 9. So that could be significant. It's also the numerology of Mars. We have here Sun. This is number 31. Some of you could have Sun in a water sign. We have Wife. Let's start with these cards. I'll give you the message. Then we'll move on to the second portion. So what am I picking up here? How intimidating are you? Pile number 2. You're someone who could be quite rich. If you are someone who's rich, that is something that makes you intimidating. Or the fact that you have a lot of resources. Something about you, maybe you're good at attracting money or good at fulfilling your dreams, because 9 of Cups is the card of wish fulfillment, meeting your desires. You could also be the dreamer type, someone who dreams a lot, and you are very audacious when it comes to dreaming and manifestation and all these things, maybe even esoteric things, but you're good at pulling resources. You're someone who's practical as well as what's a word? Hopeful? I don't know what would be the word, but someone who would work hard but also manifest, and then you make things happen. It's like the best of both worlds. You're logical, but then you have that faith also that universe is helping you, guiding you, and you just pull upon that spiritual help as well, but also very practical, logical, and hardworking. You put in effort. You're not someone who's just waiting to get lucky. You make your own luck, but you also have gratitude. So this quality is really nice about you. You seem very, very independent. With Soldier, it gives me very independent energy. This could make you intimidating, because what happens is, if you're someone independent, you don't need other people. You don't ask for favors. You don't ask for help. You do everything by yourself. I'm not saying it's a good quality. It's important to sometimes help others and ask for help also when you need it. That is a nice way to go about things, because everything is good in moderation, and you should definitely strike a balance for sure. But you're someone who, I don't know, maybe you like the challenge, you like not depending on people, or you're just hyper independent. I'm picking up this energy with you, pile number 2. Maybe you're close to your family, or maybe a few close loved ones, but not necessarily a person who asks for money or help or favors, or hey, teach me this, teach me that. You figure things out on your own. I'm getting this independent energy. I'm getting a person who, you could be a little introverted also. If you're not introverted, still I feel like perhaps you spend a lot of time by yourself. You don't necessarily socialize too much, or you don't need that that you don't need people around all the time. You can just spend time by yourself. You are not bored in your own company, and you could maybe even be working all the time, or you're just working on your hobbies, spending time by yourself, quality time, something like this. I'm getting just a person by themselves, self-sufficient and independent. So these qualities are present in you. So what am I picking up with this? Perhaps people look at you, they notice you, they feel like you don't need other people around, or there's something about you that's a little less approachable, let's say, because I'm picking up this independence, this person standing by themselves, like the soldier. So people might not approach you a whole lot. Maybe you have a facial expression, your body language, something about you, you are maybe less approachable than most people. So this could be a reason why maybe you're intimidating, that's why people don't approach you, or you just seem a little closed off, reserved, shy, introverted. So take the message as it resonates, but overall I am picking up intimidation, but let's say a little less than pile number 1. But pile number 1 and 2, you both are intimidating for sure. That's something I can say. You also seem like a relationship material, by the way. So perhaps some people who, let's say, have feelings for you, they could feel a little nervous approaching you. Or if you are already with someone, then maybe you're always with your partner, you don't socialize much, people don't come up to you, they see you as someone just busy with your family, or with your kid, your husband, spouse, whatever. There is a softness here. That's what I'm saying. Like pile number 1 was strong personality. So people just felt nervous around them. With you, it's not that you seem like a strong ego or a rude person or something like that. You seem like sweet, good looking, perhaps also with this Venus element in the wife. But somehow you seem uninterested. You seem a little unapproachable. So that would be the word for you. Instead of intimidating, you seem less approachable. Not interested, busy with something. You have people around you like your husband or your kid or whatever. Or you like isolation, you seem introverted. That's the energy I'm getting. I hope it makes sense to you. We also have the siren here. This is number 18, adds to number 9. So again, Mars element. Mars keeps coming up for you. Mars is connected with independence, because the soldier leaves every person behind to go on the battlefield. They could easily die. So when Mars becomes strong, pile number 1 had a strong sun. When Mars becomes strong, person becomes quite independent. They don't necessarily need people in their life. That's that energy. And I always think of Chitra, and Chitra is ruled by Mars again. So Mars keeps coming up. You could have a strong Mars, pile number 2. Check your chart. Okay, so far this was the first portion, which was about how intimidating are you. You are definitely intimidating, but it's a bit, there's a caveat to it. It's different. And secondly, it's not like intense. It's not like I would say like 60%. So more than 50%, yes. Are you intimidating? Yes or no? Yes. But you're not someone that people would form a bad opinion of, or they would never talk to you, or they would run away from you, or they're scared of you. Nothing like that. It's just they feel like maybe you're not that interested. So they don't want to bug you or annoy you. That's the energy I'm getting. Let's see what specific qualities that make you intimidating. We have here Sword. Cut through doubts, you're capable. So this gives me Ace of Swords energy. I think it's your speech, the way you speak. You could be, or the things that you say. So maybe you seem like a person who's a little critical of others. Maybe not the most forthcoming with compliments, right? Or this could also be you don't speak first. You let people speak first or come to you first, then you talk to them. So you're not the sort of person to go up to people in social gatherings. You'll just stand by yourself. That's the energy I'm getting. Also, something about your speech, maybe you seem maybe not the most warm with your speech, not the most, let's say, bubbly, giggly, or humorous, humor. People use humor to break the ice, that sort of a thing. You might be someone, maybe you speak less. You only speak when spoken to. That's the energy. Something about your speech, your communication style definitely makes you a little intimidating. And also the way you speak, maybe you're someone that people cannot read your mood. They can't quite tell if this person is friendly, if they're interested or not. Something about your speech coming through here for sure. We also have rest and rejuvenation, number 19. You're someone who has very controlled emotions and expressions. You're not super animated. You're not someone who you seem very calm, serene, peaceful, not approaching people. If someone comes up to you, you talk, you maybe answer their question or whatever, but you're not going up to people. You're not exchanging energy. You're by yourself, very just in your own world, lost in your own thoughts. But you seem very peaceful, calm, quiet, serene. You seem like an intelligent person. People just assume about you that this person seems very sorted, very sincere, mature. You give off old soul vibes, and the energy is nice. People don't see you in a bad light. Okay. Rest and rejuvenation, it gives again the energy of isolation, a little bit like shy, introverted. That's the vibe. And you seem also spiritual. I'm getting a strong spiritual energy, like light worker energy. People who, I don't know, like meditative vibes with this pose and everything. You are also perhaps someone who doesn't go out of the house too much. So you don't socialize. You don't even get the opportunities to interact with people. So a lot of people might not know you, or I'm just getting this energy of a person lost in their own world. And see, I was getting Mars so much. Here we have Mars. Your physical energy. Wait, let me. Okay. Your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. See, Mars is very, very strong with this pile. Which is interesting. If you are more leaning towards Aries people are very animated and they are very expressive, extroverted. It's interesting. So something about your Mars placement, specifically the planet, not the zodiac signs. Scorpio, maybe Scorpio can be a little reserved. It's ruled by water. But Aries people are very expressive. They're very blunt, very social. They like traveling. They like meeting people. They like adventures. So I'm not getting Aries vibe. But interesting, you are, I think your independence makes you a little intimidating, the fact that you don't need people. So let's say you're not someone who's like this. You resonate with the reading a little bit so far. So the message I'm getting for you is you're someone, you can connect with people, you can talk to them, you can spend time with them, but you give off the energy you don't need them. You can do without them. Or you're not that desperate person. I don't know, certain people, certain friends, they become very clingy and possessive. You're not very possessive. You're like, okay, go be friends with someone else. Okay, if you show up to that party, great. If you don't, you will still go if you want to. You are not dependent on people. It's that energy. Mars doesn't need anyone, and Mars is also not looking for like attention from people, I guess. But this energy of I don't exactly need people. I'm good by myself and I can make my way through the world. Is that energy? It's very self-centered, but in a positive way, not in a negative way. Not dependent on other people. And fun also, like living very much in the present moment, where you don't think too much, you don't overthink. If you're making plans, you go somewhere, you're very impulsive that way. Yeah, that's the energy I'm getting. You can even go out by yourself. You're the sort of person who might be comfortable eating at the restaurant by yourself. That's the energy. We have here Queen of Swords. We have the Page of Cups. So I think you have two moods also. There could be a duality within you. If you're this, I almost feel like maybe younger people are attracted to you, or you could be someone who's younger and maybe you're drawn towards older people. So there could be this energy where you're drawn towards people. Who's that? Like traffic annoying me. Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, you could be drawn towards people where there's a bit of an age gap. You could be younger, you could be older. That's one thing. And you could have two moods also, where you can be social, fun person, but you're also this person who can be harsh, maybe with your speech. See, we got that sword repeating here, and we have the women repeating here. So you're someone, maybe when it comes to the feminine things, when it comes to your femininity, when we talk about, I'm sorry, it's just so much traffic noise all of a sudden. Okay, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, coming back to this card, when it comes to the feminine things, we speak about connections, conversations, community, being nurturing, being emotional. When it comes to those specific things, you could be slightly harsh, or let's say not super feminine about those things. Okay, you're like very logical sort of a person, logical and intuitive, not emotional and super nurturing, I would say. So yeah, in those areas you're a little less feminine, maybe slightly more masculine. That's why you could feel maybe a little intimidating, or maybe people don't match your energy, something like this. But at the same time, you can be childlike, you can be full of curiosity, you can have conversations, you can joke around with people, you can socialize and be like this fun, vibrant person as well. But specifically because of communication and your speech. Okay, so that's the reading. I hope it makes sense to you. It resonates. I want to finish off the reading with a couple of cards just for advice I wanted to pull from this deck. This is the Saraswati deck. We have number 20. It says Judgment. Saraswati undergoes a powerful awakening and reckoning as she is called to account for her actions and choices. She faces the truth with courage and humility, embracing accountability and responsibility as she strives for self-improvement and personal growth. We have High Priestess also, number 2. So 2 is repeating. And this is pile number 2 as well. Saraswati sits in serene meditation beside a flowing river, her mind attuned to the sacred knowledge of the universe, guardian of divine wisdom and intuition. See, we had rest and rejuvenation, and this also speaks about meditation. And we have musical instruments, flute also here. It does make me think of speech, so maybe you might want to look into that. I will again not give my personal interpretation of this. Let you interpret these final 2 cards as they resonate. This could even be a message you needed to hear right now. So that's the reading. I hope it resonates. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you like my videos, you want to support the channel, consider joining the membership. You can leave a like. Please subscribe if you watch my videos regularly. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me, all the links are down below. You can also write to me on my email. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. Hello pile number 3. Welcome to today's reading. Today I'm doing, are you intimidating and how intimidating are you? So actually no, it's how intimidating are you and what makes you intimidating. That's the topic. I'm dividing the video in 2 portions. So I'll start out with just looking at the few cards that kind of depict your energy. So I'll tell you if people think you're intimidating or not, and then what specific qualities or traits that you exhibit that makes you intimidating. So I hope you guys enjoy this topic. It's slightly different. I wonder if I've done it before. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe once, I'm not sure. But anyway, this is the reading for you. Remember, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, ignore what doesn't. Okay, let's start. This is the card you chose. We have surprise here. Surprise. We have the lamb. This is earth element. We have number 0. with the Fool, little chicklet. We have Mountain number 21, 8 also here. We have 33. This is also the third pile. 8 again repeating. Okay, I pulled 2 extra cards from this deck for you. You got Haughtiness with this Peacock and Room. Let's keep these together. Okay, so what am I getting? Pile number 3, I feel like you're the least intimidating out of the 3 piles today. You're also someone. You have a soft, gentle face. I feel like something about your facial features I'm getting. You are also someone who could look way younger than your age. I'm getting young energy. You know, it's a bit of mixed bag. That's one thing I'll say, that yes, sometimes you seem intimidating, sometimes you don't, or some of you do, some of you don't. But definitely some of you could look younger than your age, or something about your facial features, your beauty, that makes you less intimidating. Maybe the way you live your life, who you are, where you come from, those things can intimidate people. But your looks, specifically your face, your looks, your first impression, that might not be that intimidating. That's what I'm getting. Surprise also tells me something about you could surprise people. Let's say you're someone who seems very fun, easy to talk to, approachable. People come up to you, they become friends with you, and they find out you're so rich, or you come from like a big family, or something about you they find out, and it surprises them, and then they start seeing you differently, and they become scared, or I don't know, nervous or something like that. Okay, so that's one thing. Something about you that surprises people. But on the first impression, you also seem like a person who could be chirpy, talkative, easy to talk to, because I'm picking up birds here. Birds are connected with Mercury, so someone we can talk to, someone we can become friends with. Friendship is Mercury. Conversation, communication is also Mercury. So there's an interaction here. But we do have Mountain. So Mountain seems like maybe they start looking at you as competition. Okay, or there could be healthy competition also, because sometimes we do compete with our friends also in a healthy way. So your friends, there's a lot of room for imagination here. Maybe people cook up stories about you in their head. So as they start to get to know you more, maybe they find things out, or they start to compete with you. They find certain things intimidating about you. You could be competitive yourself. And I'm just getting with this key, it's like achievements, goals. So I feel like, yes, competition could be there. You could also have friends that, let's say if you go to the school, college, you have friends there. So you're actively kind of competing with them in that manner, or your colleagues. So people who work in the same field as you, or colleagues, friends, they could feel like you're directly in competition. So it's more about competition, not actually intimidation. Some of you, if you're very, very good looking, because haughtiness, peacock, this does speak about someone who's very good looking. So your beauty or your looks could be intimidating, or especially in love perhaps. Some people look at you and maybe they have feelings for you, but they feel like, I cannot approach pile number 3. They seem out of my league. They could also feel like you friend zone them. So there's this element of looks or beauty or pretty privilege that I'm picking up here. So that definitely so could play a factor. For example, majority of people don't find you intimidating, but the people who have feelings for you, they could feel intimidated. So I'm just getting mixed bag. That's why I'm getting mixed bag energy. So certain people do, certain people don't. Take the reading as it resonates. You have to always use your intuition, right? But definitely there's a bit of mixed bag in certain elements. Maybe when it comes to career or money, people could find intimidating, but as a person who you are, pile number 3, and your personality, that might not be. That's what I'm picking up majorly so far. Let me look at a couple of cards more. So this is the card that came out for you. We have Sustainer. This is 24 adds to 6. So sustenance, your means of sustenance, your resources. I'm also noticing your car. I don't know why I'm getting key with the car. I never thought of car before, but maybe you have like a luxury car or something like that. Your house, we have a room here. So you could be rich. Okay, your means of sustenance, your resources, your family, something about you, your wealth. or your high standards, maybe the places where you eat at, or the clothes that you wear, something like this could be intimidating about you, your career. So your lifestyle, your possessions, your material things, but you yourself as a person, you seem very nice, approachable, friendly, you seem very humble, down to earth, and you're very casual also that way. You're not someone who makes a big deal about who you are, where you come from, your money and your success, all those things. And you are also good looking, so looks could also be a factor. And this was at the bottom of the deck. I kept it because see how interesting it is. We have mountain from 2 different decks. 33, oh my god, that's repeating. Number 33 is repeating, and this is the pile. Maybe you have been seeing 333 a lot. You could have a bit of fame also, perhaps. You could be an important person, because mountain speaks about being at the top, right? So popular, famous, something that makes you important. Maybe you come from a family that's rich, or something about your legacy, your money, success, something like that could be there. And competition, that message of competition repeating here again. Now let's see specifically. I pulled specific cards for what makes you intimidating, qualities. Let's see. Here we have raindrop. Let your tears cleanse and heal you. So you could be someone, maybe you feel comfortable crying in front of other people, or maybe you hold back your emotions. There's something here about your emotions and your challenges. You could be someone, the message I'm getting, pile number 3, you could be someone, maybe you hide your challenges, maybe you hide your tears. So you share your good, your success, you celebrate with people, but when you're struggling, you might not share that with other people. So a lot of people could just assume you're perfect. You live a perfect life. You have no hardships, hiccups, anything like that. So your perfect life could seem intimidating, or seem like, wow, this person is so in control of their emotions. They never lose their cool. Everything is perfect in their world. Something like that could be there. Or your challenges, I don't know, maybe your life, your lifestyle. That's what I'm getting. Or some people who are very emotionally unavailable, or who are not in touch with their emotions, people who find it hard to cry or express their emotions, they could feel a little bit of intimidation, because you could be very, very expressive. So it really depends on who you are, pile number 3. If you're very expressive, you cry in front of other people, you share your emotions, you're very deep, you're very much in touch with your emotions, you could attract people who are on the opposite end of the spectrum, and they could just feel like, oh my god, how do I deal with this person? They're just so different than me. So yeah, take it as it resonates. And raindrop, and just, I don't know, it's making me think of money also. We have Ace of Wands here. It says direct your energy towards your true desires. You could be someone talented. You know what, with this moon, some of you could have moon in Cancer or moon in a water sign. This is Ace of Wands energy. So this speaks about spark, talent. You could be someone who's gifted. You could be very creative sort of a person, by the way. So you might seem like a nice, easygoing person, like, you could have that. Maybe you look younger, so people just assume this person might not have achieved a lot. They seem like they're starting out in their career, something like that. Or the way you dress. Then you could be really artistic. You could have amazing talents, or some like a very exciting, impressive talent you could carry. So that's one more message I'm getting. You could be very creative, talented. So people could feel like, wow, this person's really blessed. They have God-given talent. Or so when they find that out, they're like, wow, I'm seeing this person in a new light. Okay? Your talents, or your creative talent, something about you, something that you possess that's not material. It could be material things also, but could also be a quality or a talent that you have specifically that could intimidate people, especially something they find out later on, or not initially. It's not very apparent about you. It's not the very first thing that people notice. We have goddess of the moon, so 52, see, we have the moon here, that's coming out. And then moon, I do connect with creative talents also, and money also. So it could go either way. And your ability to channel your emotions, your money, if you're rich, your ability to express yourself. We have door to value, see money coming out. 31, clearly you could have money, or you could maybe you could be someone who's very open to befriending everyone from different walks of life. You're not the sort of person maybe who hangs out in your own circles. That's why some people could feel like, oh, this person's out of my league, what am I doing with them, why are we spending time together, we have nothing in common. That sort of thing could happen. We have Sagittarius. This energy imbues power, superior confidence and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune and authority. So see, you do have this power, you do have confidence, you have charisma, something about you naturally. The more that people spend time with you, the more they get to know you, they start to find you more and more intimidating. There could even be energy of jealousy, envy, but this is not for every single person. There could be respect also, there could be admiration also. So take it as it resonates. But the more people learn about you, the more they discover things about you, the energy shifts, the perspective changes. You're also someone who could be very, very wise. So you speak, when you speak, it's like pearls of wisdom coming out of you. And they're really impressed by that. Some of you could have Sagittarius placements for sure. You could be seen as a teacher, mentor, guide. You're superior with your wisdom, because mountain is person standing at the top. Mountain is also Ketu element, so spiritual element or wisdom we can say, which makes you stand out. What's the word? Stand apart. Yeah, that's your energy. You have 11th house. You're good at making friends. You're good at socializing. You have charisma, where the cosmos grant wishes, luck, friends and social occasions. And there was this energy of also achieving the dreams, like the wands here. So achievement, your achievements could intimidate people. And there's something about you, you're good at socializing. So you seem very humble, grounded. You seem like not who people expect you to be. And achievements also, like I said, money, it's one of the money houses, so money keeps coming up for you. These were the final tarot cards. No, actually I pulled couple of cards to finish off later on, but these are the tarot cards. We have 10 of Cups, the Devil, and we have the Knight of Cups. So there's one message I'm getting here. Money message is repeating. Your money, your rich, your status, or the way you live your lifestyle. You seem intimidating because of that. But overall, I'm getting in terms of love, people who have feelings for you, people who want to ask you out, people who want to date you, they definitely feel intimidated by you, because this is expression of love. This is actual relationship commitment. So maybe everyone else is okay, friends, people, colleagues, everything is fine. But when it comes to people who have feelings for you, they are intimidated by you. You will have to take the message according to your situation, what you've experienced in your life, and whatever your intuition is telling you. But definitely people hesitate in approaching you in love, asking you out, all those things. That's definitely, they're very drawn towards you, obsessed with you, maybe find you physically very appealing. They would love to start perhaps a family also with you. But expression of love, even with the raindrop in this tear, I was just getting this feeling of expression. Someone wants to express their emotions. There's hesitation there. There could be fear of rejection from you. Or a lot of people could just feel friend zoned by you, pile number 3. So take a look into that. I'll finish the reading off with these cards. We have the Fool here. This is also repeating here. Right? And this is the deck for Saraswati. Goddess Saraswati, it says. Saraswati in her youthful form steps forth from the cosmic ocean. Her eyes filled with curiosity wander as she embarks on a journey of knowledge and creativity. I feel like today I've pulled cards for each deck with this, each pile with this deck, and somewhere the keywords keep coming up. Like in this card we have creativity and youth, youthful energy. So same messages are kind of repeating. These I'm leaving for interpretation for you guys, by the way. I'm not giving my interpretation, just read it. Maybe it's a message you need to hear right now. Number 4, the Emperor. Saraswati's wisdom governs the realms of learning and culture, her authority guiding scholars and artists towards the path of enlightenment and mastery. So artists again. So yeah, this was the reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like my content, you want to support the channel, please subscribe. First of all, if you watch regularly and not subscribed, subscribe. You can join the membership. That goes a long way in supporting the channel. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all the links will be down in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and thank you for all the continued support. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.